Okay guys, so guys, in case you want to watch our video, we recommend you to go on a full screen. So for example, you are playing the video, you have to be on a full screen. So look at this arrow, touch the screen of your phone. Look at this arrow by the down right of the phone. This arrow by the down right, touch it, is going to come on a full screen so you can see the complete write-up. So because our videos are on portrait, so we want it to be the size of your phone, and we want it to be as big, so we did not make it landscape. So that's why we are required to go on your full screen so you can see the complete write-ups on the video. So enjoy watching, and remember to subscribe and hit the notification button so you will be notified whenever we post a new video. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Drive channel. Today we are going to be looking at Signali, Stradali, the Obbligo. So in English they are called obligatory signs. So when we say Obbligo signs, they are talking about mandatory signs. If you are coming across any question from these signs telling you that a sign is conciliator, it is not true, because that word conciliator means recommendation, recommended. So these signs are not recommending anything. So another word for recommended is advice. So these signs are not signs that is advising you of anything. So this is something you must do. That's why they call it obligatory sign. If they say something is obligatory, meaning it is a must. So for example, you come across a question telling you Directional, conciliator, conciliare, and they are showing any of these signs. It is not true, it is false, because all these signs are telling you what you must do. Another thing you need to remember about this sign is that it's under prescriptions. So remember, prescriptions are signs that are prescribed. So every obbligo sign is also classified under prescription. So meaning if you are doing a quiz on obbligo, if they tell you is Signali Obligatory, is Signali the prescription, it is true. Then another thing is you should remember that apart from obbligo signs, all the Vieto signs are under prescription, all precedential signs are also under prescription. So but today what we are doing is obbligo signs. So these signs we are going to be treating today, they can call them obbligo and they can call them prescription. So but it doesn't mean that they can call them Vieto. No, they are not Vieto signs, they are not precedential signs, they are obbligo signs, and another name they can answer is prescription. So the first one here is talking about passaggio obbligatorio a sinistra. So this is where maybe, for example, they are walking on the road, there's an obstacle on the road. So the sign here is telling you the side at which you can dodge from, you can pass through. So it's not telling you to turn away from the road, you are still on the same road, but you just have to dodge. Like in this case, you are dodging through the left hand side. So let's check one of the questions that are here. So what we did here was that we attached one vero to this sign. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga I conducenti a passare a sinistra di un ostacolo. Yes, it is true, because it's asking you as a driver to pass through the left side of an obstacle. So let's check some of the factors that are attached to these questions. The first one here is saying that il segnale raffigurato può essere preceduto da segnale di rotatoria. It is not true. You cannot see this sign before a roundabout, because a roundabout cannot ask you to pass through the left side. So roundabout, you always turn around from the right, just anti-clockwise. So if you watch the side this sign is asking you to pass, if you imagine it to a roundabout, it cannot be true. The second one here is segnale raffigurato obbliga I conducente a svoltare a sinistra. As I said before, you are not turning away from the road, so it's not in a junction, it's not a sign that is placed at a junction. So if I thought they place it very close to a junction, it's because of the isola di traffico at that junction, but it's not the sign asking you to turn. So that is why this one is false. So this one is either passare or superare. So you see, passare a sinistra, superare ostacolo a sinistra, those are true. But when they say svuotare a sinistra, it is not true. They also say direzione consentita, it is not also true, but it is passaggi consentito. So il segnale raffigurato indica che superare il salvagente lasciando alla proprio a sinistra. So it's not also true, because this one is telling you here that you should superare the obstacle while you are leaving the obstacle to your left. No, this case you are leaving the obstacle to your right because you are passing through your left. So that is why it is not true. Il segnale raffigurato indica direzione obbligatorio a sinistra. As I said before, the sign is not asking you about direction, because that one that will tell you about direction, meaning they are asking you to turn to another direction. No, this sign, you are still on the same road, you are only dodging through the left. Il segnale raffigurato indica obbligo di svuotare a sinistra. Just like I said before, it is not true. You cannot svuotare. It's not telling you to svuotare. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di indicazione. No, these are not indication signs. These are obbligo signs. So this sign is obbligo sign. Another name you can call this sign is prescription sign. Signali di prescrizione. So, but it's not indication sign. This one is also passaggio obbligatorio a destra. Just like I said, the other one was sinistra, this one is destra. So you are not turning, it's not a direzione consentito, it is simply passaggio obbligatorio a destra. Il segnale obbligato obbliga i conducenti a passare a destra di un ostacolo. Yes, that is true. Look at these other ones here, look at the factors here. Il segnale raffigurato indica una strada deformata. They are saying that it's a bad road. No, this one does not indicate that the road is bad or not. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga il conducente a svuotare a destra. This one is saying here that the sign is obliging the driver to turn to the right. It's not true. I said before that it's not svuotare, it is not direzione consentita. Il segnale raffigurato indica obbligo di superare l'ostacolo lasciando alla propria destra, just like the other one. This case now, you are supposed to lasciando alla propria sinistra ostacolo. You are supposed to be leaving the obstacle to your left. So, but here now they are saying that you are leaving the obstacle to your right. It's not true, because you are passing the right. So whenever you are passing through the right of an obstacle, the obstacle should be left at the other side, which is now, if they have said here that il segnale raffigurato obbliga i conducenti a lasciando alla proprio a sinistra, it would have been true, because since you are passing to the right, you are leaving the obstacle to your left. But here they are now saying that you are leaving the obstacle to your right also. It is not true. Il segnale raffigurato indica direzione obbligatoria a destra. Just like I said before, it's not direction, because you are not leaving the road, you are not going to another direction, you are not turning to any direction. It's falso. Il segnale raffigurato indica che non è possibile proseguire su quella strada. He said that the sign is saying that it's not possible for you to continue on that road. It's not true. That's not what the sign is saying. That they put light for the sign head. Il segnale raffigurato presignala una curva pericolosa. No, this is not curve. So this is not a dangerous curve. So let me quickly put one thing clear here. When they mention salvagente is a kind of obstacle, that is the place you wait for autobus. That place that they build up, like most especially for tram and for buses. So if you are waiting, so that it's built, it's concrete, it's fenced around, so that vehicles will not jam you while you are waiting for the tram at the middle of the road. Another obstacle, because there are four all together that can be classified as an obstacle. Cantieri stradali, people walking on the road, they are also obstacle. Salvagente I mentioned before, where you wait for autobus. The third one is isola di traffico. Isola di traffico are those places that they will use concrete to raise it up. We have two types of isola di traffico, but this one is placed at the isola di traffico rialzato. So those places that they use concrete to raise it up. If they raise it up, they will not plant feed there. So there are places where they don't want vehicle to circulate on. So they are called isola di traffico. Then the final one is spartitraffico. Spartitraffico are the road demarcator. So they will use it to demarcate a road into two ways. So they use it to demarcate road into carriage way. So those are what they can refer to as obstacle. So it's either they mention the name of those obstacles or they call it obstacle. So any of these four names that they mention is still the same thing, is obstacle. So thank you very much. This one is called passaggi consentiti. So these are passage that is allowed. Passage allowed. Il segnale raffigurato indica a conducente gli unici passaggi consentiti. It's saying here that the sign indicates the driver of the only directions that are allowed. So it is true. Here, let us look at what is not true about this sign. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga a svoltare a sinistra or a destra. Everybody already know, I've said it before, it's not svoltare, it's faso. Il segnale raffigurato vieta di proseguire in quella strada, just like they said before, it's lie. This sign is not saying that it forbids you to continue on that road. Il segnale raffigurato è di norma preceduto da segnale rotatoria. This is not true. So this sign cannot be before rotatoria, because rotatoria you have to pass through the right and enter inside the roundabout. So this is not true. When you are in the rotatoria, you cannot pass through the left and enter inside the roundabout. So because rotatoria is just you do anti-clockwise. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di indicazione. It's not indication sign. I said it before. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di divieto. It is not the divieto sign. This is obbligo and prescription. That two name is what this sign can answer. Prescrizione and segnale di obbligo. So it is not divieto, it is not indication, it is not pericolo. This one here is talking about direzione consentiti a destra e a sinistra. You see, this one is passaggi consentiti a destra e a sinistra. This one is direzione consentiti. You see, so they want to, if they want to bring the questions, they will want to bring the questions to confuse you. The question of passaggi, they will not be bringing it up on the direzione. You see. So those are the areas you should watch out for. So this one now are the one they put in junction to tell you in this junction you are either turn left or right. You cannot continue straight. Il segnale raffigurato indica la direzione consentiti a destra e a sinistra is vero. So these are the questions that are not true. Il segnale raffigurato indica che il sorpasso è consentito sia a destra e a sinistra. They are saying that, overtaking is allowed whether from the right or from the left. It's not true. This is not telling you that overtake from the right or not. This is simply telling you either turn to the right or turn to the left at the junction. Il segnale raffigurato indica passaggio consentito alla destra e a sinistra di un ostacolo. You see, now they want to come and bring the question like it is this one. If it was this sign that is there, it would have been true. But look at this time around now, this is not passaggi. So the other one is passaggi. This is direzione consentita, because this one is in the junction. So it's faso. Il segnale raffigurato indica l'inizio di circolazione per fila parallele. When they are saying fila parallele, they are saying that two vehicles should be going side by side. So they are saying that this sign is indicating two vehicles to be moving side by side. It is a lie. This is not what the sign is saying. So the sign is only saying turn right or turn left at this junction. Then the next one here is il segnale raffigurato indica che è consentito passare sia a destra che a sinistra di striscia continua. It's also another lie. He said this sign is saying that it is allowed for you to be passing whether the right or the left side of a continuous white line. This is not what the sign is saying. Il segnale raffigurato indica due sensi unici parallele. This is not true. They are saying that this is a one-way, parallel one-way side by side. So it is not true. So it's not a parallel one-way that is put on side by side. So it said these are two. It's not raffigurato indica due sensi unici. You see, they are saying this is a one-way road. This is a one-way road. The two of them are side by side. That is not what the sign is saying at all. Il segnale raffigurato indica di disposa su due file per proseguire diritto. Another lie. They are saying here that the sign is saying we should displace ourselves in two lines so that we can be able to go straight. In a lie, you cannot go straight. If you like, displace yourself in 1 million line. That's not what the sign is saying. So the sign simply says turn right or turn left. You cannot go straight. So it's also faso. So all these questions, take note of them. Don't come into our group and you'll be filling these questions again. The next one here is Directional consentita diritto a sinistra. Just the same thing. This one is saying you should go straight and you can also turn left. Signali regolato obbliga a proseguire diritto a svoltare a sinistra, which is true. Now, in this case, look at it here. There are questions that are not true. These people are lying in all these questions. Let's read through them. Il segnale raffigurato indica che è obbligatorio svoltare unicamente a sinistra. They can lie. That word unicamente means only. So they are saying that this sign is saying we should only go left. This is a pure lie. Very, very pure lie. So because you can actually go straight on this junction. So they're not saying unicamente. So if they have removed that unicamente, this question would have been true. Because why? I wish they said this sign allows you to go left. It is true. But when they now say it allows you to only go left, it is not true, because you can also go straight. Yeah. Il segnale raffigurato indica che bisogna in ogni caso avvicinarsi il più possibile di assa di carreggiata. They are saying that in all cases, this sign is telling you that you should go close to the edge of the road as possible, and which is not. They put like these people they are always putting lie in the head of this sign. I don't know why. So il segnale raffigurato indica che si sta incrociando una bifocazione pericolosa. They are saying that bifocazione pericolosa is talking about a place where the road becomes to like a Y. You are moving on one road, then the road now do like Y. So, and it is not true. This one is a junction. Junction. It's not like where a road becomes Y. So it is a junction. And remember, for them to put this sign there, there's another road there that you should not enter. So this is a cross junction. So they are telling you they don't want you to go to the right side. That's why they put this sign there. Il segnale raffigurato indica che la corsia disponibile diventano due. They are saying here that the lane that is available becomes two. It's not true. All these ones are not true about the sign. The sign has what it's saying: turn left and go straight. Il segnale raffigurato consentito solo di proseguire diritto. You see another lie. They are saying that it only allow you to continue straight, which is not true. I wish they said this sign allow you to continue straight. Yes, it's true. They allow you to continue straight. But when they now mention that it's only straight, it's fast up. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga a passare a sinistra di un cantiere stradale. Just like I said before, this is not passare. This one, we have already treated passare. So this one is svoltare or direzione consentito. So it is not also true. This one is also talking about turning right and continue straight. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga a proseguire diritto o svoltare a destra. So this one is true because you can continue straight and you can turn right. So these are the factors on this one. These are some of the factors anyway. So we try to pick those ones that will be complicated for you. So we explain them for you so you don't get confused when you see them in your quiz. Il segnale raffigurato indica che è obbligatorio svoltare unicamente a destra. You see, it's a lie because they are saying that you can only turn right. Unicamente is there, and they are saying that you can only turn right. It is not true. Il segnale raffigurato indica che in ogni caso bisogna tenere in più possibile margine destro. That just like they said in the other one, they are saying here also that in every case you have to go close to the right margin of the road. This is not what the sign is saying. Okay, you can go straight, you can turn right. That's what the sign is saying. Il segnale raffigurato indica l'inizio della circolazione per fila parallele. Here they are saying that this sign indicates the start of a circulation of side by side, just like I said before. So it's not true. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di indicazione. Is not an indication sign. All these are obbligo sign, or you can call them prescription. Il segnale raffigurato indica il prossimo inizio di un corsia supplementare riservata a veicoli lenti. There's another lie. They are saying that you are meeting a lane that is reserved for vehicles that are moving slowly, slow moving vehicle. It's not true. This is why you're forging another lie in the head of this sign. So Il segnale navigator indica che obbligatorio proseguire solo diritto. Not can lie, not be only straight there. So it is not true because you can either go straight or turn right. So in this case, it's telling you to turn right. This one is called preavviso direzione obbligatorio a sinistra. So preavviso direzione obbligatoria a sinistra. So they are saying that you should. This is a notice that you are turning to the left. Il segnale navigator indica che l'unica direzione consentita al prossimo incrocio è a sinistra. It's true. He said the only direction that is allowed in the next junction is to the left. That is true. So they place this sign a little bit before the junction, very, very little bit before the junction, and that is why it's called preavviso, because it comes very, very little before the junction. So unlike the other one that is called subito, those ones like this one now is subito a destra because it's placed exactly at the junction. So just the difference is very, very little, not like it's very, very far. So it's just like 5 meters before the junction. So it's not like maybe you think like it's 500 meters. No, very, very little before the junction, but it comes a little before the junction. Okay, let's check the FASO. Il segnale navigator pronuncia una direzione consigliata. As I said at the beginning of this video, consigliata is a lie. It's not advising you. It's a must. You must go to that direction. It's not a recommended direction. So, il segnale navigator indica una curva pericolosa. This one is not a curve. Curve is under danger signs. Il segnale navigator obbliga a svoltare subito a sinistra. I said before, this is not subito, this is preavviso. Il segnale navigator indica che è obbligatorio passare a sinistra di ostacolo. This one is not telling you about obstacle. We have already passed those ones. Those obstacles when they are facing ground. Il segnale navigator indica che non è consentito svoltare a sinistra al prossimo incrocio. He said the sign is saying that it is not allowed to turn at the next junction. Who tell you? You can turn. You are turning to the left. That's what the sign is saying. What are they saying here? That it is not allowed for you to turn at all. Il segnale navigator obbliga ad andare diritto o svoltare a sinistra. Where is the diritto? Are they seeing anybody that put vero in this question? Like when they are saying that you can either go straight or right, I will ask the person if he's seeing 2-2. So this one is only left. So they are not saying here that you can go straight and left in this sign. So it's not true. Now this one is asking you to turn right in the next junction. So preavviso direzione obbligatorio a destra, just like the other one, preavviso direzione obbligatoria a sinistra. So il segnale navigator indica che l'unica direzione consentita al prossimo incrocio è a destra. Yes, the only direction that is allowed in the next junction is to the right. Okay, let's check the FASO. Il segnale navigator scrive l'obbligo di passare a destra di ostacolo. This is not passare. Il segnale navigator indica una curva pericolosa. This is not curve. Il segnale navigator obbliga a svoltare subito. This is not subito. This is preavviso. Il segnale navigator indica che è obbligatorio passare a destra di ostacolo. This is not passare a destra. This is not an obstacle sign. This is a junction sign. Il segnale navigator indica che non è consentito svoltare a destra al prossimo incrocio. The same thing. Those tell you that you cannot turn right. The sign is asking you to turn right. You are not telling us that it's non è consentito. Il segnale navigator obbliga ad andare diritto o svoltare a destra. This person will go put vero for this kind of question. I will say the person they see 2-2. So the person is seeing 2-2 because this one is asking you only to turn to the right. So now we have come to the subito. Il segnale navigator è un segnale di direzione obbligatoria. Yes, it is true. It is obligatory direction sign. Yeah. So it's a direzione obbligatorio a destra. Alright, so let's check the first. So il segnale navigator indica di passare a destra di ostacolo. It's not an obstacle sign. This is telling you to turn to the right at a junction. Il segnale navigator indica l'inizio di senso unico di circolazione è svolta a destra. This is false because they are saying that if you turn to that right, you avoid that road is a one-way road. It's not true because the road can be a one-way road, the road can be a two-way road. So when they say a road is a one-way road, meaning vehicle cannot come out from that road. So if once you turn to the right, you are just the only person that can go on that road. Vehicle cannot come from the opposite side. It's not true. This sign only tell you to turn to the right. It does not tell you if vehicles are coming out or not. So the road can be a two-way road, it can be a one-way road. Il segnale ravvisato indica che la strada che incrocia è a senso unico verso a destra. It's not a one-way road. I said it before. Il segnale ravvisato, it can be a one-way road, but this sign does not say if it is a one-way road or not. So it can be a one-way road, it can be a two-way road. Il segnale ravvisato indica un senso unico parallelo. The same thing they are saying here. So these people, they want us to see this sign as a sign of one way. It is not true. We cannot see it like that because that is not what it is. Il segnale ravvisato indica preavviso di curva a destra. It's not curve. Il segnale ravvisato indica un area di parcheggio a destra. Where is the parcheggio? So there's no parcheggio here because if we want to see parcheggio, they have to put P for you to know that it's parcheggio. So there's no parcheggio on this sign. Directional obligatory a sinistra. This one is telling you that the direction that is obligatory to the left. Obligatory direction to the left. So here what they are saying here is il segnale raffigurato indica che unica direzione consentita è a sinistra. Yes, the only direction that is allowed is to the left. So here are some of the falsos. Il segnale raffigurato indica l'inizio di senso unico di circolazione dopo una svolta a sinistra. Just like the light in the first place, this is not like a start of a one-way road as you turn to the left. No, the road can be a one-way, can be a two-way road. Il segnale raffigurato indica che è obbligatorio passare a sinistra di un ostacolo posto sulla carreggiata. This is not telling you about obstacle at all. This is a junction. So madam turn right now and then tell you for here. It's not telling you about obstacle. If you go and put vero here, I will ask you if you keep obstacle there. Il segnale raffigurato indica che la strada che si incrocia è a senso unico verso, it's not senso unico. Il segnale raffigurato indica che si può fermarsi sulla sinistra della strada. No, this sign is not asking you to park at the left of the road. Il segnale raffigurato significa che bisogna aggirare l'ostacolo a sinistra. No, that is not true. This is not an obstacle. It's not talking about obstacle at all. Il segnale raffigurato indica un senso unico parallelo. No, this is not a parallel one way. No, it's not true. Obbligo di proseguire diritto. That is the name of this sign. Il segnale raffigurato indica un'unica direzione consentita. Yes, it's the only direction that is allowed. It's vero. Here are some of the falsos. Indica l'inizio di senso unico di circolazione. This is not true because the sign is not telling you about a one way. The one telling you about one way, that one is four corner. It's just like this, but it's four corner. It's just a square. So this one is cycled. So this one is telling you must go straight. You cannot turn right. You cannot turn left. So, but that straight you are going, vehicles can also be coming from the opposite side. So it's not telling you that road is a one way. It can also be one way, but this is not the sign saying it. The sign saying that is a one way, that one is under indicazione. It is blue like this, but it is in a box, like four corner. Yeah, it's a square. So not like cycle like this. Indica la fine di doppio senso, it is lie. It is a lie. This one is not at the end of a one way, the end of a two-way road. Impone la marcia in unica fila. This is a lie. This sign is not telling you that you must move on a one queue. That road that is leading you to that side you must turn to can be two lane. So it's not saying that everybody must queue up on a one line. No, this is not what the sign is saying. Un segnale di corsia. No, this is not true. It is not a sign of a lane. Excluded la possibilità che provengono vehicle di fronte. Exactly what I said before. He said this sign excludes the possibility of vehicle coming from the front. It's a lie. This sign is not saying it's a one-way road. Vehicle can come from the front also. Indica un senso unico frontale. It is not true. It is not a one-way. This one is rotatoria. Guidando ad un incrocio in cui la circolazione è regolata con rotatoria, bisogna dare la precedenza al veicolo proveniente da sinistra solo se vi è il segnale dare di precedenza. Yes, it is true, because most of us think that, it is just naturally obligatory to give right of way to the people already circulating inside the roundabout. This is not natural. It is because of most of the roundabout has the triangle of Dari La Presidencia before you enter the roundabout. So they are saying that it is obligatory for you to give right of way to the vehicles circulating inside the roundabout only when that a sign of give way is at the entrance of the roundabout. That is how it is. It is true. All right. So these are the factors concerning this sign. Guidando ad incrocio in cui la circolazione è regolata con rotatoria è obbligatorio dare la precedenza ai veicolo proveniente da sinistra. You see, it is fast, so it is not obligatory. You are giving them the right of way simply because there is a triangle on that before the roundabout. So why many people face this question is most of the roundabouts, almost 95% of the whole roundabout here in Italy, they have the sign of a give way as you are entering the roundabout. So that is why people now see it like it's a natural thing to give way to people inside the roundabout. No, it is because of that sign that is before the junction, before the entrance of the roundabout. So in case there is no sign, there are some roundabout where people that is inside the roundabout need to give you that is entering the right of way. So that is the case. Per immettersi in un incrocio regolato con circolazione rotatoria, bisogna dare sempre la precedenza ai veicoli già circolati all'interno di rotatoria. That is what I just finished explaining now. It is not true, because it is not like anytime you want to enter a roundabout, you must give the right of way, because there are some roundabout that does not have that dare la precedenza as you are entering. So the reason why you are always giving the right of way is when most of the roundabout you have always seen, they always have that dare la precedenza as you are enter. So, and there are some few roundabouts that might not have that sign of dare la precedenza as you are entering into the roundabout. So that is why it is not always true that you are giving the right of way to people inside the roundabout. In un incrocio regolato con circolazione rotatoria, i veicoli circolanti nell'anello possono effettuare manovra di retromarcia. No, this one is not true. Like they say that the vehicles that are already inside the roundabout, that are inside the roundabout, circulating inside the roundabout, can just turn to reverse. How can you be reversing inside the roundabout? Quando un incrocio è regolato con rotatoria, i veicoli circolanti all'interno di anello possono sorpassare sia a destra e a sinistra. No, it is not true. You cannot be overtaking while you are inside the roundabout from the right or left. So the only place to overtake is from the left hand side of every road. So there are some situations where you can overtake from the right. So, but inside, they are saying here that here inside this roundabout, you can overtake either from the right or from the left. No, it's not true. You should not go and be overtaking vehicles from the right inside the roundabout. Okay, this one is limited minimum di velocità. Limited minimum di velocità. So yeah, they are saying that this is the minimum speed that you can drive on this road. The minimum speed you can drive on this road. Il segnale raffigurato indica il limite di velocità al di sotto di quello è vietato a circolare. It is true. He said this sign is indicating a minimum road speed at which under this speed it is forbidden for you to drive. Waiting at the top for you. What they are trying to say here is that you cannot drive below the speed that you are seeing here, meaning you can't drive at the speed of 29. You can only drive from 30 and above. So that's what the sign is saying. Il segnale navigatore indica la fine di limite massimo di velocità. So this is faster because this is not limite massimo. This is called limite minimum. Limite minimum. So limite massimo is under the vehicle. That one is just there waiting for you. It's jogging for you to come. So meanwhile, don't see this one as massimo so that you don't cause fight for both signs. So this is limited minimum, not limited massimo. So this is falso. Il segnale navigato consente di marciare ad una velocità superiore a 30 km all'ora senza alcuni limiti. You see? They are saying here that this sign allow you to drive at a speed above 30 km per hour. It would have been true, but then I said without any limit. Remember, every single road has their limit. So, for example, you are driving in a Strada Urbana, and the maximum limit on that road should be 50. So, meaning if you are on this, if you are on that road and you see this sign for any reason, you cannot drive above 50 and you cannot drive below 30 because this sign is asking you not to drive below 30. The law of that road is asking you not to drive above 50. But here now they are not saying that you can drive above 30 without any limit, meaning you want to go and break another, you want to respect this sign and break another law. So it is not like that. So there's a maximum speed limit for every kind of road. Il segnale raffigurato indica il limite massimo di velocità, is not massimo, is minimum. Il segnale raffigurato indica che la circolazione è riservata ai veicoli con velocità massima inferiore a quella indicata. They are saying here that the road is reserved for vehicles that have a maximum speed that is lower than this 30. If your speed as a vehicle cannot reach 30, what are you doing on this kind of road? Because they are asking you to drive above 30. So bicycles should not come here. Then il segnale raffigurato indica mettinare la distanza minima di sicurezza di 30 metri dal veicolo che precede. It's a lie because they are saying that the safety distance that you are going to give to your vehicle in front of you should not exceed. So that's not what the sign is saying. The sign is not talking about safety distance. It's telling you about the minimum speed you should drive. Fine del limite minimum di velocità. Fine del limite minimum di velocità. So this one is talking about il segnale raffigurato indica la fine del limite minimum di velocità. So meaning this law that asks you not to drive below 30 is finished. So that law is cancelled. That law is no more. So that's what this sign is saying. This sign is not coming to tell you about a vehicle. So remember, minimum means lowest. So don't see minimum as low. If you see it as low, you start feeling questions. Maximum is highest. Don't see it as high. Highest, maximum, lowest, minimum. So now this sign here is telling you that this is the lowest speed you can drive. The lowest speed you can drive. That's why they call it minimum. So lowest, don't say low. Yeah. Il segnale raffigurato indica la fine di limite minimum di velocità. È vero. So let's check the falsos. Il segnale raffigurato indica la fine di limite massimo. You see? It's not limited massimo that finish, it's limited minimum. Il segnale raffigurato indica la fine di divieto di transito ai veicoli con massa complessiva superiore a 30 tonnellate. So that is not true. What finish here is not divieto di transito for vehicles that has a gross weight that is more than 30 tons. So no, this is not a sign of weight. The sign that finish is a sign of minimum speed. Il segnale raffigurato indica la fine del limite di lunghezza massimo di complexity vehicle. He's saying that this is the end of the length of the maximum length of a vehicle that is allowed. It's not true. So this is the end of a minimum speed sign. Il segnale raffigurato indica la fine di obbligo di mantenere la distanza di almeno 30 metri a veicoli che precede. He said the sign waiting finish for the end of a sign that is telling you that this is the minimum distance you are going to maintain from the vehicle ahead of you. No, this is not talking about the distanza di sicurezza. Il segnale raffigurato indica vietato di circolare alla velocità di 30. This is faster because you can actually circulate at 30, below 30, above 30, because this one has already come to cancel the other sign that tell you that you cannot go below 30. Container obligatory. So this one telling you that you must put your winter shade on your vehicle, inside your vehicle, or your vehicle must be driving on a winter tire. So it's either you are driving on a winter tire or you have a winter shade inside aboard the vehicle, or like you have it on board. When we say on board, winter shade there inside your motor, or you dey drive on winter tire. So il segnale raffigurato prescrive di circolare con catene o pneumatici vinali. Exactly, it is true. So it's either you circulate with your chain or you have a winter tire. That's true. So these are the factors. Il segnale raffigurato vieta la circolazione a veicoli muniti di pneumatici o catene. It's a lie. It said this sign forbid vehicles that are going with winter tire or winter chain. No, this is the opposite. It doesn't forbid them. Yeah, it is telling them that it's a must for them to use it. Il segnale raffigurato presignala la progressiva chilometri oltre quella obbligatoria a uso di cantiere. No, this one does not tell you as like a notice, and maybe after some kilometer is when you have to use it. No, once you see this sign, if you don't have a winter tire or winter chain inside your vehicle, don't use that road. So it's not giving you some kilometers before you start obeying the sign. No, right from where you saw the sign is where you are supposed to obey the sign. Il segnale raffigurato vieta la circolazione a veicolo muniti di pneumatici con spessore di battistrada inferiore a 3 mm. This one is also fast. So they are saying that your battistrada, which is that teeth of your tire, if you consume below 3 millimeter, you cannot use this road. This is not what this sign is saying. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga a togliere la catena per non rovinare l'asfalto. He said this sign obligatory to remove your winter chain so that you don't spoil the surface of the road. It's not true. So this sign does not tell you to remove the winter chain. Il segnale raffigurato con pannello integrativo indica la distanza a cui si trova un'officina per montare la catena. So it is not true. There is no panello that will tell you about office where you need to mount your chain. So if you want to mount your chain, if you don't know how to mount it, go and meet your mechanic to mount it for you. If you don't know how to fix your winter tire, vulcanizer can always do that for you. So this one is not telling you about any office where they can mount the chain for you. Okay guys, so to watch the part 2, the complete version of the video, follow our page on Facebook. There you'll find the part 2 of this video. Thank you.